I'm an idiot. I had to film this video again because I didn't have my mic on. That is fun. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, my name is Odds, and we are going to be talking about Chapter 5 of The Mandalorian. Nope, Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett. Yes, I think I am hilarious, and I think I nailed that the second time I did it. So, we have the return of the Mandalorian. Spoiler alert if you somehow missed it. This episode runs more like an episode of The Mandalorian. We have Mando'S Return wielding the Dark Saber. We have the return of the Watch. We have Fennec recruiting him and some Phantom Menace callbacks all in this episode. So be sure to stay tuned for this breakdown of the episode. If you're new here today, I would love for you to subscribe. I do 2 videos a week. Marvel, Star Wars, DC, beauty, vlogs. There's something on this channel for everyone, so be sure to subscribe to stay tuned. I am 2 away from 400 subscribers, so please subscribe, and if you like this video while you're watching, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. To start this breakdown, I have in all caps, Denjarin returns to collect bounty wielding the Dark Saber. Now, he's a little sloppy with his wielding of the Dark Saber, but we get some training a little bit later on, even though it's not really complete. I think it's something that's going to impact his use of the Dark Saber moving forward, but I think he will eventually get some training on it, maybe from Luke, who knows? He has seemed to become more ruthless. Now, maybe he was ruthless before, but he was just chopping people right in half with the Dark Saber. He brings the severed head to collect his bounty to find the other Mandalorians, including the Armorer and Paz Vizsla. Now, they are apparently the only 3 left of the Mandalorians, of the Watch group. Now, the Armorer doesn't refer to the other group as true Mandalorians, because when it is revealed later that Din removed his helmet, then he gets kicked out of the clan. So she doesn't view the rest of the Mandalorians that are still alive as true Mandalorians because they don't follow their creed. He gets his spear, his Beskar spear, reforged because it can pierce Beskar armor. So they don't want it to be made out of weapons. They don't want Beskar to be made into weapons. So it gets reforged as something for Grogu that he holds onto and is planning to give to very, very soon. We might get some Grogu in the next episode, actually. He asks the Armorer about bo-katan, and she's like, oh, that's not a good, she is a cautionary tale. She didn't rule very well, and we see the Night of 1,000 Tears shown, and it is so sad to see Mandalore just laid to waste like that. We saw a bit of Mandalore being completely gutted out during Rebels, but we see the Night of 1,000 Tears in live action, and it is really, really sad. We don't know how bo-katan or the Night Owls survived that. Maybe they were off planet on the moon where the Watch was, but we don't really know because it seems like the Armorer didn't think that bo-katan was still alive when we know that she is, and there are still members of the Night Owls. We see Din training with the Armorer with the Dark Saber, and he's just letting the weight of it control him. He's not controlling the Dark Saber, he's letting it control him. And this causes Paz Vizsla to try to duel him to win the Dark Saber in combat to bring it back to his house, as it was originally created by House Vizsla, and the ancient Jedi and Mandalorian was from that house. Din then boards a commercial flight to Tatooine because he doesn't have his Razor Crest. It was blown to smithereens and hasn't gotten a replacement ship. He visits Peli Motto, played by Amy Sedaris, and she finds him an N1 Starfighter, which is one of the ships that was used in Phantom Menace. It is the one that Anakin boarded to fight off the Trade Federation on Naboo. So we get lots of Phantom Menace callbacks this episode, including in the sequence where he goes to fly the N1 Starfighter and goes through Beggar's Canyon and the whole route of the pod race. So really, really cool to see that callback to Phantom Menace. We get a name drop of the Queen of Naboo, obviously Padme Amidala, who is Luke's grandmother. So we have a connection there. And then finally, Fennec then joins up with Mando and recruits him and tries to give him money, but Mando goes, no, it's on the house, I just have to go see a little friend first. So he's going to see Grogu, and then he's going to join Boba Fett. So we might see Grogu and Luke in the next episode. I hope so. I would love to see what they're up to, and you know, Disney would hope so too, because they know that Grogu is a moneymaker. So that is the end of the breakdown. I do have some questions to wrap things up. The first question is, where is Bo-Katan and the rest of the Night Owls? Now, last we saw them, they were on an Imperial Star Destroyer, having just defeated Moff Gideon, and he was being taken away for questioning by the New Republic. But we don't know when they parted ways with Denjarin. I would assume that they are still in touch, or she is somehow plotting a way to get the Dark Saber back into her hands, because she still wants to rule Mandalore, even if her rule was deemed a failure and one of the reasons of the Night of 1,000 Years. So, not looking good for my girl. I do absolutely love Bo-Katan. She's one of my favorites, but she did not show up in this episode, and I don't think she'll show up in another episode of the Book of Boba Fett. I think she and the other Night Owls will be saved for the Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Second question is, will there be contention between the Night Owls and the Watch? Now, the Watch was going on like Bo-Katan and the Night Owls, and there were no other Mandalorians left, which we know there are other Mandalorians, including the Night Owls, Bo-Katan, including Sabine Wren. Now, if the Watch only thinks that people who keep their helmet on are Mandalorians, then seemingly Denjarin is now one of these outcasts and could be at odds with the Watch. So we'll have to see moving forward, but I think they could be a kind of antagonist for Din, as well as the Night Owls, and possibly a live-action Sabine Wren. My last question is, who else will fight for Boba? Now, I personally want to see a live-action Cad Bane. I want to see Bossk. Could we just get maybe some of those killer droid units, the bounty hunting droids? I just want to get a bounty hunter group together. Just bounty hunters, assassins, warriors like Black Chrysanthemum, and see those ruthless characters all go against the Pikes, because even though the Pikes were referred to as, you know, they're terrorizing Tatooine, everyone's really scared of them, I think a small group of these ruthless bounty hunters could really take them on, and that's something I would love to see, especially in live action. And I know we've been waiting for Cad Bane to show up for quite a while. He is a character from the Clone Wars and from Rebels that shows up quite frequently, so we'll see if he shows up in this season. But we have 2 episodes left, so I think we'll get a little bit more of the Mandalorian kind of episode next episode before we gear up for the final fight in episode 7. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had my mic on this time, so I knew it recorded. As always, let me know your thoughts on the episode down below. Did you like that it was more like an episode of The Mandalorian? Did you miss Boba Fett this episode? We didn't see him in his own series in this episode, so let me know down below what your thoughts are as always, and I will see you on Friday with a new video. Bye!